IndiGo, it appears that many of the passengers, at least 6 passengers for sure, have complained that IndiGo did not fly them from Bengaluru to Chennai, deboarded them, tricked them that there is an alternate flight waiting for you, but that never happened. They had to wait at the airport for overnight.
That's right. So what really happened, Shweta, what we've been made to understand, and of course there is a Times of India report that got published early this morning, and then we spoke to somebody at IndiGo, and what IndiGo has been able to confirm to us thus far is that there was a flight coming from Srinagar to Amritsar, Amritsar to Bengaluru, Bengaluru to Chennai. These 6 passengers in question who were deboarded were already sitting in the aircraft coming either all the way from Srinagar or from Amritsar. But when the aircraft landed in Bengaluru, the aircraft was already delayed, and this was due to congestion, according to IndiGo, at the Bengaluru airport. Now, as the aircraft touched down, it was also the departure time for presumably another aircraft from IndiGo from Bengaluru to Chennai.
Okay.
So what IndiGo decided to do apparently was move these 6 passengers to the other aircraft, which was in any case scheduled to take off at that time from Bengaluru to Chennai. But there were apparently 2 senior citizens among these 6 passengers who were deboarded with this assurance of accommodating them on the alternate flight leaving for Chennai at the same time. But they did not make it in time to the other aircraft, and that flight from Bengaluru to Chennai took off. Now, what happened as a result of that was that these 6 passengers were brought back into the terminal.
Okay.
Now, according to some of the passengers,
that is what the airline is saying.
That is what IndiGo is saying.
What are passengers
What
saying?
passengers are saying is that they were deboarded because all these 6 passengers, one by one, got a call on their cell phones from IndiGo suggesting that they need to deboard because there's another aircraft which is going to take them to Chennai. They deboarded and they were brought into the aircraft, into the Bengaluru airport terminal, and at that point, there was no other aircraft which was going to take them to Chennai. As a result of which, they asked for accommodation at the Bengaluru airport hotels, which apparently was denied to them, according to one of those passengers, and only 2 out of these 6 passengers were accommodated in a hotel 13 kilometers away from Bengaluru. All 6 of them, however, were able to depart the next morning. All this happened, in fact, Sunday night. All of them were able to depart for Chennai on the first flight on Monday morning. Now, the allegations yesterday morning. Now, the allegations that the passengers are making to the airline suggest that the airline did not want to fly a full aircraft with only 6 passengers, while all 6 of them did have confirmed tickets all the way to Chennai. But the aircraft, according to them, did not see merit in flying an aircraft with only 6 passengers. There were false assurances made to them when they received those phone calls sitting inside the aircraft already on board, ready to take off to Chennai, that alternate arrangements, flight arrangements have been made and another aircraft is going to ferry them. And to cut a long story short, they were pretty much stranded at the airport all night. 2 passengers accommodated outside of the 13 kilometers away from the airport, and remaining 4 spent the night at the lounge because the airline denied them accommodation at the airport.
And looking at the entirety of the sequence of events as it has unfolded on the basis of what the passengers are saying and what the airline is saying at the moment, is there an obligation for IndiGo to in fact fly these passengers if they have been booked on a certain flight on a certain date?
So I think there is no doubt that the airline is obligated to fly passengers who have a confirmed ticket. However, does the airline have the right to cancel a particular flight or cancel a particular schedule? I think the airline is within its right to cancel any flight for any reasons, but those reasons I believe need to be stated, and there needs to be enough communication with DGCA informing them why a particular flight has been cancelled. I'm not sure if that has happened. We are still awaiting a statement from IndiGo. In fact, we spoke to some people at IndiGo this morning. A statement from IndiGo was supposed to be issued by around this time. It still hasn't come in. In fact, our request to invite an IndiGo senior management executive on this show to discuss this issue with us has also been denied for the morning. We are hoping that this evening we should, we should be able to get somebody with us. But however, I think the point is the passengers alleging that the airline cancelled that flight because there were too few passengers, only 6 passengers in an aircraft that can accommodate upwards of 160, 180 odd people, and hence the airline perhaps did not see merit in flying almost an empty aircraft. The airline saying that we were trying to accommodate these 6 passengers on another flight which was scheduled to depart from Bengaluru to Chennai at the same time. However, they were slowed down perhaps because of senior citizens. This, of course, is source basis, cannot be attributed to the airline yet. This is somebody I spoke to this morning who has confirmed that the airline's intention was to accommodate these 6 passengers on another aircraft, IndiGo aircraft, which was going to take off for Chennai around the same time as this airline or this aircraft was originally scheduled to take off. But that could not be delivered to the 6 passengers, and hence these 6 passengers, one of them at least, coming out in public and really raising and voicing their angst.
All right, that is as far as the IndiGo saga is concerned. About 6 employees who were slated to leave Bengaluru, reach Chennai on Sunday evening, could not do so as they were deboarded. IndiGo says that there was an alternate arrangement made because some of these passengers were senior citizens. They could not be transported just in time to the flight that was supposed to ferry them. They had to spend the night at the airport. So far, IndiGo is saying they've done everything possible. We're hoping to get a statement from IndiGo very, very shortly.